What's up, everybody? It's Reinforced back for another week of Power Rankings. I'm here to rank the 20 teams in my order, and you're here to give your feedback in the YouTube comments down below. That's how this format works, and I know you're going to love it. We've had tons of fun Echo play this past week. It was really exciting to see Echo in the Overwatch League, and I'm so pumped to see more of her next week as well, since she didn't get removed from the hero pool. Good things all around. Couldn't be more excited about it. Let's start with my top 5. As always, at number 5, you know it's going to be the Los Angeles Gladiators. Perhaps you didn't know. Well, that is because the number 5 spot is so hotly contested right now. I'm going to be honest with you, the Gladiators probably don't even deserve to be number 5. You know, it could have been the Paris Eternal, it could have been Guangzhou Charge, could have been Atlanta Reign. There are so many teams that could have been number 5, but I decided to go with the Gladiators at number 5 this week because I think they've consistently shown that they're winning a lot of games and they're playing good Overwatch, and that matters to me. Meanwhile, we see some of these other teams, they're slacking, they're a bit up and down, inconsistent, whatever, haven't really adapted. Number 5, the Los Angeles Gladiators. So you're asking yourself why? Because it doesn't make a lot of sense to you guys. I understand that this might be a hot take. But it is because they played the right compositions this past week, in my opinion. They looked really good, poking down, playing the slow game with the Echo. And Mirror as well, he initiated a lot on that Echo, got a lot of good picks, and showcased to me that Mirror has a pretty good understanding of how to play Echo, and I think he's only going to improve every week. Meanwhile, you have some other teams, they're trying to change up the pace, they're trying to dive, but they look unsynchronized, and they're not really nailing the Echo composition so far, in my opinion. But the LA Gladiators, they looked really good at playing slow, they're good at spamming down the Toronto Defiant over time, and they were confident in using their abilities and their ultimates. And then you also had Mirror looking pretty decent on that Echo. So a lot of positive signs for this Gladiators team, and that's why they edge above the likes of Paris Eternal and Atlanta Reign in this rankings. It's a very volatile spot, so I would urge you to stay tuned for next week because the Gladiators might not keep that spot at all. But for this week, I figured it was actually quite deserved because of their good play. So make sure to check back next week for that. Gladiators fans, rejoice. Drop a comment down below if you enjoy being a number 5. Who knows? Number 4, New York Excelsior. Again, looking really good, this New York team. They're showing a lot of different looks. They're playing a lot of different compositions. I love that, especially when they are so good at so many different looks. Echo play seems to be working out for them as well. This is a New York team that has really solidified the ground with themselves. They're now looking like a consistent top team, in my opinion, and that's really good for the New York Excelsior moving forward. So the Twitter account will be really happy that I ranked them highly. Love to see that. Keep it up, New York. Number 3, the Philadelphia Fusion. And some people might disagree with this, but here's how it is, okay? You played a close series with Paris Eternal. Again, Philadelphia, they're looking really good, have an incredible track record. But the fact of the matter is, San Francisco Shock has the best Echo in the damn league, and that's going to matter. I know EQO is really good on that Echo as well. I understand where you're coming from. I'm really impressed by everyone on the Philadelphia roster. I even tweeted out that I think this Philadelphia roster is quite frankly disgusting. It's just so good. I understand. It's very hotly contested. But at number 2 is the San Francisco Shock because they have consistently as well put on really good performances. And Rascal is just so bloody good at Echo. Like, it is unbelievable. So if these two teams were to go head-to-head, I might have been wrong. But I would have predicted the San Francisco Shock, quite frankly. And, you know, I'm going to get some feedback on that. Some people won't like that Philadelphia are getting demoted following a close series with the Paris Eternal. But, you know, it's my power rankings. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. At number 1, we have the Shanghai Dragons, and there is not really too much about this. I mean, we know that they're a fantastic team already, so they're still remaining at number 1. In my opinion, San Francisco and Philadelphia are still really close. I don't think that Shanghai are definitively the number 1 team in the league right now. So, going into next week, we could very well have a situation where either San Francisco or Philadelphia reclaims the number 1 spot. So stay tuned for that, because this has been an incredibly close league now, and I don't think you should take too much. You shouldn't rely too much on the position of these teams, because they are in a tier of their own. Okay, these top 3 teams, I think they are in a league of their own, maybe with New York as well. But the most important thing is that they're all in the top 4, and that was matter to me. If they're number 2 or number 3 or number 1, that doesn't really matter to me, because I think that they are just so consistently good, and I can't wait to see them play some matches against each other to really prove who is the better team. Okay, so let's talk about some other teams in this ranking. At number 8 and number 9, we have Atlanta and the Los Angeles Valiant. And I think a lot of Valiant fans, they're looking at me and saying, hey, we beat the Atlanta Reign and we deserve to be number 8. Yes, you did beat the Atlanta Reign, and I still think that Valiant is on the rise. They have been showing a lot of good looks. That being said, I think Atlanta choked in that series. They were up 2-0 and got reverse swept, and I think Atlanta has a lot of potential. If they fielded Erster and threw a different look, I think they still would have beat the LA Valiant. But you have to give credit to the LA Valiant for playing a great Ash, KSP, and Shax popped off and looked incredible. The Valiant next week could very well climb into like a top 6 kind of territory, honestly, so stay tuned for that. But for now, I also think that going into this week, Atlanta Reign will play way better than they did against the LA Valiant, especially if they field Erster. I don't really agree with the coaching decision to leave him out, so I think that Atlanta Reign will perform better going into this week, and that's why I'm still sort of ranking them based on potential. You might disagree with that, so again, it's my power rankings, but I understand where both teams are coming from. So, again, it's so close. This is probably the most hotly contested power rankings this entire season, because it's madness, because all of these teams are so close to each other, and it's not fair. Like, I should rank them like these are the teams in the top 5 and these are the teams in the top 10, because they don't really deserve number 6 or number 8 or whatever. It's so close. I can't even stop saying that. Looking a bit further down in the rankings, Vancouver Titans. Okay, I don't really want to talk about this team because they haven't played as of recent, and when they did play, they didn't look good at all. But we know for a fact is that Janu and the coach, Pyjon, is no more, and that's a big blow to this team. And so, because you don't even have an off-tank now. Like, Su Twitter fans account, like, I'm sorry, but it's not happening. Like, if you don't have an off-tank, then I can't predict that you're going to beat Dallas Fuel or whatever. Like, that's not how it works. So, Vancouver Titans could make a case for not being able to rank them at all, and they should just be left out of this ranking totally, just like the London Spitfire. And I totally understand that, but for now, I'm just going to indulge in the fact that I put Vancouver Titans super low in the rankings because they don't have a suitable off-tank. So I found that quite funny anyway. I don't know if you guys do. Like the video if you do. And finally, I want to talk about the Toronto Defiant, because they are a team that have been very low in the power rankings for almost like a month now, I like to believe. But still, I still think they looked pretty decent against the Los Angeles Gladiators. Where they shot themselves in the foot a little bit was they were playing a bit too passive and they weren't winning the shield spam war against the Los Angeles Gladiators, and it looked quite humiliating, to be honest. But that being said, I think Surefour had a great Ash, and I still think that Agilities could be a good Echo moving forward. I would even be down if they swapped around the roles a little bit and put Surefour on the Echo. I know that, you know, Surefour is a fantastic Ash, but I wouldn't mind seeing that, is what I'm saying. But again, I think Toronto Defiant, they showed some good looks against the Gladiators, and they could potentially build on that. So this is a Toronto Defiant team to keep an eye on. I'm really hoping maybe Beast steps up his play a little bit. He got picked a bit too much. And it's not entirely Beast's fault, because they're playing a slow tempo, and they're playing the shield spam, and you are the first player to die if you lose that shield war. So not entirely Beast's fault, but I hope they can step up to play a little bit, the coordination, and get some more shield spam going through there. So that's my top 20. That's my top 20 power rankings for this week. Again, very complicated rankings and very hard to justify some of these positionings, but this is the way I've decided to go this week. And I know there are going to be some people that disagree with me. That's just how it goes. I'm sorry. But I would look forward to next week when we see some more Echo play. We have some more results to base these rankings on. By the way, I didn't even mention Seoul Dynasty. Well, you looked quite garbage, to be honest, and that's just the way it goes when your team sync is not there. But luckily for you, I've seen this happen so many times in Overwatch because I've watched this game for like 4 years straight now. And what is going to happen is this is a team with fantastic players. In roughly 2 weeks, they are going to just flip on their heads, and they're going to start playing out of their minds, and they're going to play decisive, and they're going to look good again because they have team synergy. But for now, Seoul Dynasty, I'm sorry, you're falling because you're not playing well right now. That's just the way that it goes. That's just the way it goes. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to my power rankings this week. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, you drop a comment down below, and you like and everything. You've been on this platform for like over a decade now. You guys know how this works. Anyway, take care. I hope you guys have a great week. Please send me some nice comments because I'm in disarray after this complicated ranking. Have a great week, everyone, and I'll see you next week for my next edition of my power rankings.